and welcome back to Weird Dough, the show where we're going to make every recipe in Kim Joy from the Great British Bake Off's cookbook.
Weird Dough, Episode 4.
Today, we are going to make a recipe from Kim Joy's Square Cakes chapter. We're gonna make the first recipe in the chapter. It's called a firework cake. Super pretty, love the blue. So Kim Joy says this is called a parchment cake, which is traditionally made on Bonfire night in the UK. So it has a little bit of like spiciness to it. I've never had this cake or a cake like this before, but I'm assuming it's spicy because it has a ton of ginger in it. Then to decorate the cake, she says here to use either Italian meringue buttercream or American buttercream. As usual, we're gonna make American buttercream. Promise one day we'll do Italian meringue, but today is not gonna be that day. And then we also need a little bit of royal icing to do the fireworks. To make Kim Joy's firework cake, we had to get a few extra ingredients that we didn't have at home. She says to use a porridge oat. I got 2 oats, and I think this is not the right oat for a porridge oat. I think this is too hard and it'll be crunchy inside the cake. And this was $6.49 at Whole Foods. But then I got this one, which I think is the right oat. I think this is a porridge oat. And I got these from Fresh Direct, and these were $7.99. Tons of oats. Lots of porridge in my future. Also, I had to get some ground ginger. You might already have this at your house, but I didn't have any. And this is also from Whole Foods. This was $3.99. We had to get this crystallized ginger, also from Whole Foods. This was a little pricey. This cost $8.99. This is a big one. This is a really big buy. So every single recipe, Kim Joy says to use a vanilla bean paste. And up until now, I haven't had it. But I found it at my favorite cake store, New York Cake. So I picked some up and we're probably gonna use it for the rest of the book. This was also pretty pricey. This cost $15.99 for this little jar. So hopefully it goes a long way. We'll see. For the decoration part, we got some edible glitter, which to me is like so fun and I'm so happy to have it. So I of course bought 3 different kinds. This one was $2.99 from New York Cake. And then I bought these 2 more powdered, elegant fairy dust glitters. This one is like an iridescent silvery white, and this one is blue to go with our blue firework cake. This was $5, and for some reason this was $6. I guess the silver is special. So that's all we bought extra for this recipe. Not too bad, not too much of a price tag, but we kind of did have to get a lot of separate things that we didn't have for this one. So let's get started. Kim Joy here says to preheat the oven to 275, which is actually a super low temperature. We have our pan here. We're going to light it. All right, we're gonna set the house on fire. So over the medium heat, we're gonna put in our butter. Oh, so much butter. Our trestle, our light corn syrup. Oh my God, look at it. Oh my God. Looks like a monster from like a 60s horror film. A delicious, sweet monster. Our salt, perfectly molded, half cup. Whoop. All right, so now we're gonna heat this until all the butter has melted. While we have our butter, sugar, delicious, sweet, syrupy things heating on the stove, we are going to take our milk and egg in a small bowl, which this is the smallest bowl you can possibly have, and we're going to whisk them together. Gently, because this bowl is very small. Whisk it together. Ah, look at this whisk. This is the daintiest whisking going. So we're gonna wait till all of it has melted and follow the recipe exact before we add our whisked in egg and milk mixture. So close, so close. Now the next thing that we're gonna do is add our whisked together milk and egg to this and whisk to combine. Whisk it, I hope the egg doesn't cook. The egg is not cooked. It is not scrambled in there. It looks like it combined. Now we're gonna mix the cake batter together. We're gonna put in our self-rising flour, ground ginger, our rolled oats, which hopefully it's the right kind. Hopefully this rolled oat is a porridge oat. And our chopped ginger. The next thing we're gonna do is get our hot mixture that we made over on the stove, and we're gonna whisk it together with these dry ingredients. Okay, here we go. Here is a lot of liquid. It smells great. Smells incredible. Now we're gonna take our whisk and we're just gonna whisk it together till it combines. I don't know about this. Is very thin. Pistachio cardamom cake was super thick, and this is like so thin. Look how thin it is. Here it is, all combined. Looks like melted peanut butter, melted chunky peanut butter. We have our square tin for our square cake. And we have this from making our Tangzong milk buns last time. And I know that I'm a little bit afraid of parchment paper because of it kind of burning with the cookies. But since last time everything just stuck to the pan, I really don't want that to happen again. So she says to use parchment paper in the book. So we're going to line our pan with parchment paper. I mean, is this how you do it? I don't even... So I think this isn't right. We're gonna grease it and then just line the bottom with baking paper. We have our small butter here. We have our pan. We're gonna grease it like crazy. Whoa, mama. This just added like 400 calories per slice with all this greasing that we just did. Okay, so now instead of jamming it in, we're just gonna cut a square. This is very precise measurement. So close. It almost fits. Here's our square. Let's see if it fits. Oh. Here it is in the tin. I'm not sure if this is correct, but we're gonna go with it. Now we're gonna take our warm mixture we have here in our prepared tin. We're just gonna dump it in. Here we go. I can't believe how much it looks like peanut butter. It really looks like peanut butter, like a lot. Here it is. Now this super moist cake bakes for 1 hour. So in the oven it goes. We bake it for an hour. Okay, so it's been an hour, and we are gonna check and see if it's done. So let's see. Oh my God, it almost is coming out of the pan. Okay. I don't think it's done. We better leave it in for a little bit more. We're gonna leave it in for like 20 more minutes and see how that goes. Okay, we're gonna check the cake. I think it might be done. We're gonna see. Poppy, watch your head. Watch your head. Watch your head. Oh, came out clean. So I guess it's finished. This is a heavy cake, but it looks nice. It kind of dropped in the center a little, which is not a professional move, but well, why not? It looks great. Nice square cake. Now that we have it out of the oven, this is the testament of our grease job. So what we do is we run our knife around the edges. It's already sort of separated from the sides. Oh my gosh, it's gonna come out. All right, it's already coming out. And we're gonna turn it out onto a rack. This is tricky. This is a tricky process here. Pick it up. Ooh, it's hot, it's very hot. And then, whoop. On the Great British Bake Off, they do this turning out, and it's like so easy for them. For me, it's like really hard. Here we go, moment of truth. Let's see if we can get the freaking pan off. Last time we had trouble. Let's see how it goes today. Oh my God, it's not coming out. Oh my God, it's out! It really doesn't look so great. It's falling apart a little. It fell in the center. It's literally falling apart. Here's what it looks like. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna stick it in the fridge for it to just cool off so that then we can decorate it. This is a weird cake, you guys. But you'll be happy to know the parchment paper totally works. Now we're gonna make royal icing to use to make the fireworks. Royal icing is super hard to make because it's a real back and forth balance, and if you don't do it exactly right, you can't use it. We've gone back and forth. And now we're gonna go back one more time. I think this is it. Well, it's about a 12-second icing. We're gonna go with it because how much back and forth can you do? We have our disposable piping bags at the ready. And we learned this little trick while doing the semolina shortbread cookies. It's called the scoop and scrape. It's patented here at Weird Dough. We're very good at it. What you do is you take your bag, turn down like this. You take your icing, you scoop it, and then you scrape it in just like that. So scoop and scrape. Scoop and scrape. Not sure if there's a better method. If you have a better method, on how to get royal icing into the disposable bag, leave it in the comments below. I'd love to know your tips and tricks. Here's our rainbow of colors to make fireworks. Can't wait. We have our cake here.
Ugh, what is that?
I know, it doesn't look the best. It really fell in the center, like a lot. It made this mark from our, oh, it just broke. This is such a crumbly cake. Well, here we go. Let's decorate it. We have our blue frosting here. I'm a little afraid to put it on because I'm afraid the whole cake is just gonna crumble. But hopefully it doesn't. Here we go. It's not totally crumbling. Oh my God, it's literally coming apart. It looks easy on TV. It's not. It's very, very hard. This is a very weird cake. It's different than any other cake I've ever made in my life ever. The ingredients are different. The texture is different. The breaking apart is different. It's very unusual cake. This is the hardest one yet. Episode 4. This is where we crumble. This is where things start to go really wrong. Oh my God. The whole thing is coming apart. Okay, how much frosting do we have left? Not enough to cover up all the mistakes that we made here. Kim Joy's looks so nice. Ours does not. Not yet. It's gonna. This is a pro method, finger frosting. Weird dough exclusive methods. Use your finger. It's pretty rough looking, this cake, you guys. Take it for a spin. It is really rough. Let's see if we can smooth it out a little bit with this bad boy. I'm just so scared to actually put any pressure or do anything to it because I'm afraid the whole thing is gonna just crumble into my hands. There's a lot of fear with this cake. Not our finest hour, but here it is. So Kim Joy says in the recipe to make less buttercream, but I think because of how our cake came out, it really needed like one layer of like a crumb coat. So we're gonna whip up a little more frosting, same thing, same color blue, and then we're gonna coat it all over again, hoping to save the beauty of this delicious cake. We're back. We chilled our cake for a while now. So now we're gonna take our blue frosting and see if we can cover up some of this and make it smoother. This dip in the middle is a lot. The dip in the middle makes it really hard to frost. But I will say this is going much better than previously, kind of by a lot. Oh, look at this completely unfrosted corner. Fill in all the holes where the cake fell apart with frosting. It's a pro tip. Oh my God, look at this side. It looks great. This is a good looking side. 1 out of 5 ain't bad. Thing is we could do this till the cows come home. We could do this till sun comes up. We could do this forever. I just don't know if we should. I wonder how long Kim Joy does this for. Probably a long time. It's not great. That's okay. Grand experiment. Look at this corner is so high up. Okay, this one's so tilted down. This is a really strangely shaped, beautiful Smurf Cookie Monster cake. And now that we have it as smooth as we can possibly get it, we are gonna do some glitter. This to me is the highlight of the whole cake. We're gonna use these brushes and we're gonna see if we can get it to just stick on. How much glitter does it take to cover up a cake with a hole in the middle and that's completely falling apart and crooked? How much glitter? 1 full thing of disco iced rainbow? Let's find out. Oh my God, it's so pretty! This is my favorite part of this whole cake. I love it. Seems to just kind of stick on there, just how you want it to. This is the Tinkerbell method. The shake, Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell, it on there. Who knew you could eat glitter? Not me. I'm so excited about it. It looks like a disco on a plate. Guys, edible glitter. So cool. Oh my God, it's so shiny. We're gonna put it in the fridge for just a minute because Kim Joy does say to put it in the fridge before you put on the firecrackers. So we're just gonna, just for a minute. She's back. I know you missed her and all of her glittery glory. Okay, let's pipe some fireworks. We're gonna try to do one of those big explosion ones. When you pipe, you squeeze, pick it up, put it down. I will say the buttercream smells amazing. When doing the piping, you really have to be super consistent with how you squeeze it, because if you squeeze it too hard, it becomes a puddle. If you don't squeeze it enough, your thread will break. It's a little tricky. It's very much a consistency game. This one's going right over the edge, baby. Should we put a firework on the side? Yeah. This is a test. This is a test in skill because this is gonna be hard. It's really dripping down this thing. I think it looks great. It's one of those fireworks that's like, when there's like the rain waterfall fireworks. It's one of those. All right, I like this cake. This corner firework, this is gonna be the crowning achievement, this corner firework. Here we go. No pressure. Corner firework. It is a celebration on a plate. Happy Bonfire Day. King James I is still alive. Let's have a celebration. Here is our firework cake made perfect for Bonfire Day. It looks very nice considering where we started out with this cake earlier today, but it doesn't look as good as Kim Joy's. I think it has a lot of character. A few things that we learned while we were making this. Well, this we didn't really learn, but it did sink for some reason. Maybe it's because we used rolled oats instead of what Kim Joy calls porridge oats. Maybe they aren't the same oat. Maybe it was too heavy for the batter. I'm not really sure, but it's a mystery we hope to one day solve. Another thing that we learned is that I think you do need a little more buttercream than just a quarter of a recipe. I don't know if it's because our cake was baked a little wonky, but we definitely needed more to make sure we got the whole cake covered. Now is the moment of truth where we taste the cake. Today, for the tasting, I have with me my friend Tom, and it is his birthday. So, in honor of celebrating his birthday, I'm gonna let him taste the cake first. This is it. Here we go. All my beautiful work. Oh my God, it's really hard. Okay, here it is. It's pretty flat, but it looks pretty good. Let's see. Let's rock and roll.
Very good.
Very good! We got a very good!
I felt like I just aged 2 or 3 years just by eating a single bite of this.
Is that good?
So much butter.
Oh yeah, so
And
it is good.
treacle.
Let me try it. I don't know if it's cooked. Is it supposed to be like that?
I think that the outside is perfect. Inside,
I think it's not cooked.
maybe it needs to be cooked a little bit more.
That knife test really let us down. You know what? It's not cooked. He ate the whole thing. It must be good. Bye!
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have thumbs, and feel free to subscribe. If you want to see the behind the scenes footage, follow me on Instagram.